Hey friends, we're having a PlayStation joystick repaired today. The problem is the keys are sticking. The keys are sticking a little, and it takes a second for the key to snap back into place. Most likely, the keys just need cleaning. It's likely the oils from your hands have clogged everything. So let's take it apart and see if that's the problem. The white cable seems to go to the charging connector. Here we have a battery. The positive terminal is on the right. The plug is of very poor quality. It looks like the ones found in cheap Chinese music speakers. It's possible this isn't a genuine gamepad. There is a special latch in this part. You need to press it and the battery will be removed. Now I'll unsolder the motors. The contacts are labeled, plus and minus indicated, so you won't get them mixed up. The wires are now out of the way, so I need to remove the board. It's secured with a screw under the battery. I need to release the latch on the other side to remove the battery. There are two latches here, and two guides for the case here. The battery is now removed, so let's put it away. Next, we need to remove the board. The board is also held in place by two latches. You need to press them. Let's try. There's a speaker under the board. It looks like the ones in a phone. I also see a ribbon cable on the right. It looks like it's the cable that goes to the buttons. I want to clean the board of old flux so it doesn't affect the device's operation. Now I'm thinking about removing the ribbon cable. It also has two guides. I folded the cable back and now I'll try to remove the plastic housing along with the vibration motors. The cable here looks like a regular TV remote, only very thin. The buttons also have a graphite coating. The cable didn't need to be touched when removing the case, so let me reinstall it. There are also guides in the front for proper cable placement. Let's get everything installed properly right away. Done. I've put the ribbon cable back in place. Next, I need to clean the buttons and the hole for them. The membrane looks pretty clean. Let's look at the buttons. The buttons are a little dirty, and I can see some black coating inside. Let's clean it off. The buttons are well designed and impossible to install incorrectly. Kudos to the manufacturer. If you've forgotten the button locations, don't worry, there's no other way to install them. I've cleaned and washed everything, and now I'll show you what it all looks like. Don't touch the graphite coating. You only need to clean the button areas. I also cleaned the buttons and the hole itself. Now it's time to put it all back together. There are 4 holes in the rubber membrane, and there are plastic guides in the housing. Now you need to put the rubber band back on, but don't clean the black graphite. Otherwise the gamepad will stop working. This is how I reassembled the gamepad. And now you need to reassemble it in reverse order. I also cleaned the small buttons. Let's install them. This part also has graphite coating. Don't wipe it off. I cleaned the rest of the board. There are 2 latches here. Don't forget about them. Everything fell into place. Now you can tighten the screw. Next you need to snap the cable into place. The cable is now installed. Next you need to install the battery. We also have 2 guides and 2 latches. The latter needs to be moved slightly to fit behind the board. I installed one and now the second one. The battery is all installed. Now you can check if the buttons are sticking. Now the buttons are no longer sticking and work properly. Now you need to solder the vibration motor wires. Don't forget that the polarity of the wires is indicated on the board, so don't mix them up. Done. The vibration motors are soldered. Next, you need to connect the battery cable. Now you need to connect the cable from the charging socket. The cable here is absolutely terrible. They really couldn't come up with a decent connector. Now I need to check if the gamepad is charging. This needs to be done before reassembly. Everything works. The light is on. The indicator shows that the gamepad is charging. Now you can assemble the body. One gamepad was repaired. They gave me 2 for repair. The charging port on the second one was faulty. It was ripped off. That's all for this gamepad. I hope the video was helpful. Subscribe and see you in the next videos. Bye.